here. So again, we do the same thing with them. That kennel is kind of a safe burrow place for them, but since these guys have lost most of their vision, we don't put a lot of other things back here because we don't want a lot of things for them to trip on. So we have a male and a female. They've been together their entire life. They're 32 years old this summer, and that entire Fabio, he's on the right, and he's got super long golden tufts, which is why he has the beautiful name Fabio. And this is Flow on the water with him. So he still has one good eye, and it's the eye that's facing us. The other eye from an old eye injury isn't operational anymore, so he doesn't have sight in that. And then Flo here, she has the eye facing us. She has some vision in. She can basically see shadows, and that's about it. And then the other eye, she got a cut on the eye, and it's also no longer operational. So they can't really see. And when our female here, Flo, when she really lost her vision about 2 years ago, for birds, vision is a really, really important thing for them. That's their number one sense is their vision. So when she lost her vision, it was really, really hard for her to figure out what to do with her life and how to get around. And so she would kind of follow around her mate on the exhibit. And when she would get lost, her mate would actually call for her. So he would start calling and growling for her to come over and find him. And if she kind of would stand in one place, he'd come over and kind of preen her and get her to come with him around the habitat. So it was a really nice little way to see that that pair bond is so strong that they really had to help each other out. So when she lost her vision, he really became her seeing eye puffin and really helped her find her way around and was able to help her figure out, like, you know, how to see basically again without sight. So just like a seeing eye dog will often help people figure out where to go, and then you know how to get around once you know how many steps it takes to get where. That's really what he did for her. So now she's able to exist perfectly fine in our aviary. But this time of year,
it's kind of a sweet story.
It is a really sweet story, yeah. But this time of year, since they can't see very well and they're old, they both have arthritis. They actually develop liver spots just like we would. So if you look at their bills, there's some really dark spots on their bills, and those are the liver spots that they develop. Because they're and they've got really bad arthritis that's kind of set in. So for her to develop an egg, their eggs are so big that she gets super achy because her hips are really arthritic. So rather than have them go through the breeding season and have her develop an egg, you know, she's calling to Fabio. Because she's like, what are these people doing? But rather than have her develop the pressure of all of that arthritis, we decide to just pull them during the. They don't present to the other birds like they should, so they should stand in front of their burrow and they do these little postures in order to tell everyone, hey, this is our spot. And they're so old that they just don't care anymore. So they don't want to partake in all that ridiculous breeding season stuff that the young whippersnappers do. So they're very happy to just come back here and do their own thing in the summertime for sure. So they still will bill and court each other and alloprene each other. But it's just like, you know, a really old couple who still like to hold hands and maybe kiss, but maybe everything else just doesn't need to happen nowadays.